Have you ever thought you knew someone, only to find out their private life was a complete lie? Imagine being married to the world's most famous man, only to find out he's been hiding a secret life. Today, we are going to reveal shocking stories of some of the most beloved women whose husbands were living double lives. These are the tales that went beyond the headlines, stories that twist like the best soap operas, but this time, it's real life. Stay tuned as we uncover the secrets behind the world's most powerful men and the hidden loves they kept away from the cameras. Welcome to ActorFlash, where today we're going to expose the untold stories of 15 famous women whose husbands cheated on them with other men. Lucero and Mijares. Let's kick things off with one of Mexico's most iconic couples, Lucero, the Bride of America, and Mijares, the powerful voice that stole hearts. Their wedding was broadcasted live in 1997, and it looked like the perfect fairy tale. But as years went by, whispers of an arranged marriage for the sake of their careers surfaced. It was rumored that the union wasn't born out of love, but rather to cover up secrets about both their orientations. The most shocking rumor, that Manuel was secretly involved with a powerful politician. The marriage lasted over a decade, but in the end, they separated quietly, without the drama most expected. Was it love that faded, or was it simply a contract? The truth is still up for debate, but the couple remained friends, something you don't see every day in the world of show business. Mariana Garza and Pablo Peroni. Next up, we have the story of Pablo Peroni and Mariana Garza, the golden couple of Mexican theater. They appeared perfect: love, a child, and a shared passion for the stage. But when they split, the public was stunned. The media spun a tale of mutual respect and an amicable separation. But here's where things get complicated. Pablo had always been open about his bisexuality, and Mariana knew this. Yet rumors swirled that Pablo had fallen for someone else, another man. Despite the shocking revelation, both handled the breakup with maturity, showing the world that love and respect could coexist even when romance ended. Miguel Bosé and Ignacio Palau. Now let's talk about the mysterious Miguel Bosé. The legendary singer, known for his enigmatic persona, was no stranger to rumors about his sexuality. His relationship with Ignacio Palau, which lasted nearly 3 decades, seemed perfect. They even had children together, through surrogacy. But in 2018, their relationship fell apart, not quietly, but in a legal battle that exposed many hidden truths. Among the revelations was the speculation that Ricky Martin had advised them on having children via surrogacy. The battle that followed was anything but ordinary, as it involved not just property, but the fate of their children, who were raised as siblings despite not sharing a biological parent. The scandal rocked the public, as it became clear that Bosé had lived his life under a complex web of agreements, rumors and battles that seemed more like a telenovela than reality. Elton John. Elton John, one of the world's most famous musicians, was a household name for decades. But there was a time when he tried to live a lie, marrying a woman in 1984 to cover up his sexuality. The marriage ended in divorce after just 4 years, and for years the woman involved was silenced by the media. Yet when his life story was brought to the screen in Rocket Man, that chapter was exposed and the woman took Elton to court for millions in compensation. This messy chapter in Elton's life was not just about a failed marriage, but the deeper story of a man trying to reconcile his public persona with his true self. Despite the scandal, Elton later embraced his true identity, but the scars of the past remain. Ricky Martin and Rebecca de Alba. Ricky Martin, the heartthrob who made millions of women swoon, lived a secret life for many years. His romance with Rebecca de Alba, the glamorous Mexican television host, was broadcasted as the perfect love story. But behind the scenes there were whispers that their relationship was not a passionate love affair, but a carefully constructed cover-up. The truth came out when Ricky fell for another man, Eduardo Veras. The scandal that followed shook the media, and Rebecca was left heartbroken, realizing that her high-profile relationship had been a public facade. Eventually, Ricky embraced his true identity and started a family, but the story with Rebecca remains a painful reminder of the pressures celebrities face. Enrique Peña Nieto and Angelica Rivera. Next, we have the former president of Mexico, Enrique Peña Nieto, and his marriage to Angelica Rivera. At first, they seemed like the perfect presidential couple, but rumors of a secret romance with actor Eduardo Verástegui began to surface. As if that wasn't shocking enough, after Peña Nieto's time in office, Rivera filed for divorce, revealing a marriage that had been more about appearances than love. The couple was seen as the epitome of power, but behind closed doors their relationship seemed to be a contractual agreement. In the end, their story left the public wondering how much of what they saw was truly real. Freddie Mercury and Mary Austin. Freddie Mercury, the legendary Queen frontman, was known for his electric stage presence and unforgettable voice. But his love story with Mary Austin went beyond music. They were once engaged, but Freddie confessed a truth that would change everything. He was in love with men. Their romantic relationship ended, but they remained incredibly close, even after Freddie's death. Mary was the one person he trusted with his diagnosis of AIDS, and she was given his estate in his will. Their relationship wasn't just a headline, it was a deep and enduring connection that transcended labels, proving that love is often far more complicated than it seems. Arturo de Córdoba and Ramón Gay. Arturo de Córdoba, a beloved Mexican actor, was known for playing the perfect romantic lead in the golden age of cinema, but his real-life love story was far from the roles he portrayed. Rumors of a secret relationship with actor Ramón Gay had swirled for years, but it wasn't until Gay's tragic death that the truth became clear. Despite public marriages and relationships with women, Arturo's true love remained hidden in the shadows, a secret that only a few knew. The story of Arturo and Ramon's love is a poignant reminder of the pressures faced by those who had to live their truth in a world that wasn't ready to accept it. Juan Gabriel. Juan Gabriel, the iconic divo de Juarez, whose music touched millions, led a life filled with mystery and speculation. His love life was one of those unsolved puzzles that captivated both fans and the media. In the 70s, in an attempt to protect his public image, Juan Gabriel was rumored to be in a relationship with actress Meche Carreño. Then came the rumors about other actresses, like Ida Cuevas, with whom he allegedly promised marriage. But those relationships never materialized. Instead, Juan Gabriel kept his true sexuality hidden, especially in a society that was unforgiving. Despite this, his music and legacy continue to shine, leaving behind a legacy filled with questions about his true loves. A story that will never be fully told, leaving fans to wonder, who did Juan Gabriel truly love? Ricky Martin and Eduardo Verástegui. Ricky Martin's love life made headlines for years, but it wasn't until he came out publicly that the world learned the full story. His high-profile relationship with Rebecca d'Alba was sold as the perfect love story, but behind the scenes there was another truth. Ricky was in love with actor Eduardo Verástegui, which led to one of the most shocking scandals of the time. When Araceli Arambula, Eduardo's girlfriend at the time, revealed that Ricky had stolen her boyfriend, the media was in an uproar. But this was only the beginning of Ricky's journey of self-acceptance. Over the years, he came to terms with his identity, and eventually he embraced his truth, finding love with his current husband and starting a family. His story is one of liberation, from hiding to finally living openly. Enrique Alvarez Felix. Enrique Alvarez Felix, son of the legendary Maria Felix, was a star in his own right, known for his work in telenovelas. But behind his charming public persona, he struggled with his sexuality. To maintain his career, Enrique was forced to marry various women to avoid the stigma of being openly gay in a time when it would have meant the end of his career. One of the most notable instances was his proposal to actress Ofelia Medina, which she declined, fully aware that the marriage was never about love, but a way to survive in the entertainment world. Despite his marriages, Enrique's true love was never with any of the women he married. It was a secret he carried until his death. a poignant story of an artist torn between fame and the reality of his identity. Jorge Antolin and Cynthia Clitbo. Jorge Antolin and Cynthia Clitbo were once one of Mexico's most talked about couples. They got married when Cynthia was only 23, and it seemed like the beginning of a perfect love story. However, the truth came crashing down on their wedding night, when Jorge confessed that the entire marriage had been a charade to cover up his true orientation. Cynthia was devastated, realizing that she had been used as a shield to protect Jorge from the public's judgment. This heartbreaking revelation led to a quick breakup. Despite the emotional toll, Cynthia turned her pain into a platform, advocating for mental health, honesty, and the struggles that many face when forced into marriages out of societal pressure. Jorge's story is one of survival in a world where being true to oneself was at times impossible. Enrique Peña Nieto and Angelica Rivera. Enrique Peña Nieto, former president of Mexico, and his wife, actress Angelica Rivera, were the golden couple of Mexico for years. But behind their picture-perfect public image, there were whispers of infidelity and political maneuvering. It was rumored that Peña Nieto's marriage to Rivera was not born out of love, but rather out of political necessity, to create the perfect image for the nation. On top of that, rumors swirled about a secret relationship with actor Eduardo Verástegui, with many saying that their public appearances were part of a larger political strategy. After Peña Nieto's presidency ended, Angelica filed for divorce, and the truth came out. What seemed like a fairy tale marriage was, in fact, a carefully constructed arrangement, another case of love and loyalty sacrificed for the sake of power. Freddie Mercury and Mary Austin. Freddie Mercury, the legendary lead singer of Queen, led a life that defied all expectations, both on stage and off. His love affair with Mary Austin was one of the most beautiful and complex relationships in rock history. They were engaged for a time, but as Freddie came to terms with his sexuality, their romantic relationship ended. However, their bond remained unbreakable, and Mary was the one person Freddie trusted the most, even after he publicly came out. In fact, he considered her the love of his life, even after he had relationships with other men. Mary was the one who knew about Freddie's diagnosis before anyone else, and was the primary beneficiary in his will. Their relationship proves that love doesn't always fit the traditional mold. It's often much deeper and more enduring than what's seen on the surface. The 15. Juan Gabriel and his secret lovers. Juan Gabriel's life and love stories have remained shrouded in mystery, even after his passing. His love life was never fully exposed, but one thing was clear: his relationships with women were often portrayed as public affairs, while his heart belonged elsewhere. He was rumored to have a secret relationship with various men throughout his career. Although Juan Gabriel never publicly acknowledged his sexuality, his closest confidants and loved ones knew the truth. In a society that wasn't ready to accept him for who he was, Juan Gabriel kept his love life hidden. After his death, fans and the media still speculate about his true love. What is certain, however, is that Juan Gabriel was an artist who lived and loved on his own terms, no matter what the world thought. These are just a few of the countless stories of love, betrayal, and secrets in the world of fame. From Hollywood legends to political figures, these men and women lived lives that were as complicated as they were public. As we've seen, sometimes the truth is far stranger than fiction, and no matter how many secrets we try to bury, they always have a way of coming to light. If you found these stories shocking, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends. And of course, if you want more incredible revelations about the world's most famous figures, make sure to subscribe to ActorFlash and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Which story shocked you the most? Until next time, stay tuned for more hidden truths and behind-the-scenes revelations.